Hey everybody, it's Stevie. I'm laying in my bed here, getting ready to snooze for the night. Let's see if I can get some light over here though, because you can't even see me. I don't know if this light will work or not. Oh my goodness, it's so bright on my face. Okay, yeah. Anyway, ouch. I'm kind of winding down for the night, and I thought I'd just come on and say hey and see if you want to chat about anything. What's new with everybody? Oh man. Yeah, I made my little cult video earlier, so I'm not going to talk about that unless you guys had any questions or had anything to give input on with that. I don't know what I'll talk about right now. I'm hoping somebody will come on and chat with me. Let me know what's going on. It's so cold here. And then earlier my heat went off, so I was freezing. My toes are frozen right now. Even under my covers, my toes are cold, so it's not pleasant. Anyway, I haven't done any like real evening chats in a while, so I thought I would. Um, Hopefully, I don't start falling asleep because that's like really embarrassing when that happens. I don't like that. I did some Zumba earlier, so I'm probably tired from that, anyways. It was a lot of work. There's definitely a difference between the modern day Zumba versus the actual original African Zumba. There's this place where you can go online. It's called Zumba Kukura, I think, or Kukuru, something like that. And it's these African ladies that do the Zumba. And they do, like, I'm pretty sure the original, like, African dance type Zumba. Oh my gosh. I don't know how they do that. I don't have the stamina to keep up with all that anymore. I'm getting too old for that kind of thing. I did the best I could. It was like a straight 15-minute Zumba lesson, and it was like exhausting. But that's what I decided to do tonight. I knew I had to do some kind of a workout, and I just wasn't really feeling it for the rebounder tonight. So I thought, why not? I'll just get put on the Zumba thing and get to work. Anyhow, I was just watching a couple documentaries, and I thought I'm just going to go on and chat, see if anybody shows up. It is evening time, so maybe you guys are, up for a chat at night. I know lots of people go on at night and they have full rooms. That's usually not me, and that's all right. But even just to have a couple people to talk with, that would be cool. I don't even have a topic, so what could we think? What could we talk about? There's a lot going on in life right now in this world. We're all getting ready for Christmas time and winter time, and I'm excited about that. We got some things coming up with family members. Oh, we found out our marriage counselor is actually going to come closer to where we live, which is going to save us a lot of money, which is very encouraging. Um, my women's group, our leader is going to have another get together at her house, which is going to be fun. I think we got some Christmas parties coming up. Secret Santa thing at work. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Nothing much else going on, really. Um, I don't know. Where is everybody? Why do you guys not come in anymore? Why do you not at least say hi? It's just weird. I'm so used to having, a full room, even if nobody's saying anything. It's just odd. So that's why I've kind of resorted to doing a lot of uploads because it's just easier to put the videos up there and then just read the people's comments and respond. That works. Thank you for the thumb, by the way. I appreciate that. Let's see, what time is it right now? It's 11:54. It's almost midnight. Maybe that's why. Maybe some people are in bed. But a lot of people are like a few hours behind me. That's why I thought if I went on now, I would catch somebody. Oh well. Um, what do you guys think are good Secret Santa gifts? Um, I know the person that I have to buy for likes certain things, so I know I can get her certain things, which will be good. It's not going to be hard to figure out what to buy, and I want the big gift at the end to be a really nice one. So I'm just not really sure all of what to do, but it's going to be fun experimenting with, different ideas for gifts and such. Um, so I got the whole library organized today, which is really nice. There were lots of shelves I had to deal with, and my trainer was pretty happy. She's like, I'm impressed that you got that all done already. She started asking me questions like, did you get this shelf? Did you get that shelf? Yep, I did it all. I checked in all the books. I even renewed some books, so for people. So I did that today. Tomorrow I get to go again, and um not really sure what I'll be doing. I know there'll be probably more books to check in and stuff, but mm, I don't know. So there's no snow here yet, which is very wonderful. I hate snow and cold. I don't mind snow to play in, but I mind it when I have to drive in it. That's awful. And this one road I go up to work, as I turn, my wheels kind of like stick and kind of spin and drag. And it's making me nervous because once it really snows or we got ice on the ground, I'm kind of nervous about having to try to turn on that turn and be able to get up the hill. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it. But I think I have four-wheel drive, so I think you should be able to shift somehow into a different gear or something to get up hills. So I'll have to try that. I don't know. I know when I got the vehicle, I was told, don't touch these buttons. These like shift the gear and you'll never have to use these. But maybe they're wrong. Maybe I will have to use them. I guess I'll find out soon enough. I have a Chevy Blazer, Stargazer's mom. It's a Blazer SUV. Yeah, it's whatever. I don't know how nice it is. A lot of work went into that vehicle. A lot of work keeps getting put into that vehicle. But you got to do what you got to do to keep it running and on the road, I do need to check the fluids probably tomorrow before I head to work. Check the oil and such. You need new tire. I think I do too, because I think maybe that's why they're like skidding like that. But I don't know that my tires are stripped. I think I need snow tires, but then I talked to a guy recently and he's like, nope, your car's fine. You got, it's ready for the winter. So I'll take his word for it. I don't know anything about vehicles much, really. But yeah, it does need to have the door fixed because the door does not stay shut very well. I have to really slam it to get it fixed or to get it shut. So I need to do that. Um, and there's still that draggy thing, which they say that I need a transfer case cover. I haven't gotten that yet. I'm just strapped for cash right now, especially with holidays. You know how it is. Usually you struggle through December, and then in January, February, whatever it is, maybe March, then you get your tax money back, and hopefully you have a little extra to spend. You get repairs done, get some bills paid, all that fun stuff, pay the property tax. That's a must. That comes right out of my tax money, like right away, because when you own a property, yeah. Yeah, I know. It's expensive. Very expensive. Now we have a toilet that won't flush, which really stinks. I mean, it will somewhat flush. You got to plunge the heck out of it. But we're pretty sure that's because the ground is saturated from rain and snow and stuff like that. And that's why it keeps backing up and won't flush. But it's not a good problem to have by any means. It's pretty disgusting. So that's another thing we got to look at is trying to get a plumber over here to see if they can figure out what's going on. We're kind of concerned because, yeah, I have a well actually. I think that would be considered septic. So when that ground gets saturated, somehow the water just won't go down. It just backs right up. It's not really doing that as much in the tub this time around, but it does still do it sometimes with the tub too. But toilets are nasty. It's just a germy thing to have happen. Welcome to my world. It's just how it is. And then we thought we lost heat, but it turned out that when we were having trouble earlier with our internet going out, Matthew flipped the breaker and forgot to flip it back around. So, yeah, it's not fun. Well, life stinks. But, it is what it is. You got to deal with it. And then I got 2 cats that are attacking each other and everybody else because they need to be neutered, and I can't get them in to be neutered till January 9th. So that's been really stressful. Then I found out that my daughter Carol's dog, Lucy, the little black poodle, is dying. She's got cancerous tumors in her body. Yeah, it's nice to have your own water source. Well, and I mean, as far as water for baths and toilet, that's different than drinking water. So, oh, you have a little black poodle. Oh, yeah, Lucy's she's deteriorating. Unfortunately, they have to put her down on Friday. And my daughter said, "Mom, just pray that I can be there." And I prayed, and she said, "Yeah, she could be there for the doggy," and because she's going through a divorce right now. She wasn't sure that her husband would be okay with her being there. But he is, so they're going to be there together when they put her down. Oh my gosh, I don't even like thinking about it because it reminds me of my Maya, my little Shih Tzu that we had to put down. She had kidney failure and she was just absolutely miserable. For the longest time, we didn't know. When we got her, the lady was very old that had her before us, and I don't think she really kept up on vet stuff very well. So by the time we got her, her kidneys were already shutting down. So we had taken her in because she got very, very emaciated, thin. And the doctor said, "I'm sorry, but this doggy's got a blockage in her kidneys. They're shutting down. And even if we operated, she probably still only have very little bit of kidney to function on, and it's not fair to her." So we ended up making that awful choice, and Matthew was there for that. I did not stay, and I couldn't. Aw. Oh, wow. Aw. I'm so sorry. That's awful. I love Schnauzer dogs. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. That's so sad. I'm sorry, Stargazer's mom. I'm sorry. That's hard for anybody to go through, and my heart is hurting for my daughter to be going through this right now and wherever, you know. It's just terrible. I was reading a book at the library where I work today, and it was by Sylvia Brown. She's actually a psychic, believe it or not. She was talking about how she wants everybody to know that there are animals in heaven and on the other side. And, she was talking about how, you just have to realize that your animal will be waiting there for you when you get there. And it's a very sweet book. I'm not into the whole psychic thing, of course, but what she was saying was very comforting. And I think it would be, a lot of the parts in the book were very comforting and reassuring to somebody that's going through that your animal already knows that they're going to be crossing the bridge and they're just basically going home. And I thought, well, that's a pretty beautiful way to look at it because it's hard. There is no easy way to go through putting an animal down like that. It's just awful. I mean, granted, it's a peaceful way to go, but ugh. And I don't like death anyway, so it just disturbs me to see anybody go through that or an animal. I remember when they put my daughter to sleep for a dental procedure. I didn't realize when they put them to sleep, their eyes are still open. So it freaked me out really bad. And she kind of was like shaking and shivering. And I don't ever want to see that again. Watch somebody go out like that for a procedure. It's very scary. Um, yeah. And I'm a faint-hearted person anyway for certain things. That's why I don't watch horror movies. I don't like violence. I don't like graphic violence, all that stuff. Yeah, it was very scary. I just wanted to be there to hold her hand while they were putting her out for her tooth to be pulled or whatever. I think she had her wisdom teeth out, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but yeah, I didn't like that at all. And they let me stay in there for the whole time. I think that's why they don't let people in there, because it would freak you out if you're not used to seeing that. I don't think I would ever get used to seeing that. That's just creepy. So, yeah, I remember I went out to the waiting room after I saw that and I sobbed. I was crying and crying, praying, God, please don't let her die. I mean, I thought something was going to go wrong and I was going to lose her because I knew she was deeply under. And oh my gosh, what if she doesn't wake up, type of thing. So, yeah, that was scary. I don't ever want to live that experience again. I really don't want to experience a lot of awful things in life. I just kind of want to live a peaceful existence till my days are up, you know. I just don't handle that stuff well at all. Aw. Oh, geez. That would be terrifying, Stargazer's mom. That would be terrifying. You know, the last time I was put, not out, but I was given the laughing gas for my teeth at the dentist, the lady gave it to me way too quickly. So it was literally like talking, and then it's like this rush comes over your head. I can't explain it any better than that. It's literally like almost like somebody puts a breeze and it blows past your ears and stuff. And then all of a sudden you're in this different state of mind. Your head feels really full and airy, and yeah, it's not a good feeling. I don't like it. But the first time I ever had laughing gas, I enjoyed it and I laughed my head off. And I was so obnoxious that they wouldn't let me come back to the dentist. And then this time around, I didn't do any of that. I was scared, panicked, because yeah, you will be quite a character on that stuff. I remember just trying to motion to my husband saying too much, too much. And he caught on. He's like, "What? What?" I said, "Too much gas, too much." And he said, "I think she's telling me that you gave her too much." He's like, "Oh, well, gee, maybe I did it too fast." Or, I mean, I'm just a little person. I'm 5 feet tall. I'm not very big, so you don't need to give me a full dose like right away that you'd give like a full-grown tall adult. My body can't handle all that at once. So when she turned it down, that felt better. But oh my gosh, that was so scary. Absolutely scary. Because it was like I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't. Because you're not supposed to sleep. It's just supposed to sedate you, not knock you out. What's up?
What are you doing?
Are you coming to bed? Because I'm going to go out of here so you can if you need to.
What are you doing?
I'm online. Live.
What do you want to do?
Huh?
You can go live or be live. Okay.
Okay. I'll turn this over though if I'm coming to lay down. You had the too much experience too? Right. Oh, that's good that the dentist noticed it, because this wasn't even the dentist. This was like the assistant, or I think she was the dental assistant, or maybe the hygienist. And yeah, I had to motion to my husband, tell her to turn it off or down or something, because that scared me. I'm glad you said that though, because I'm not the only one apparently that went through that experience. Ugh. I just thought, getting the gas would be easier to get the tooth pulled, because then I don't have to feel the needle and the pulling. And honestly, it wasn't painful to get the tooth out, but they're still pressing on your jaw with that big wrench thing and pushing and prying like that to pull the tooth out. And it's like, oh my gosh, why'd I even bother having the gas? I'm still pretty much feeling all the pressure and stuff. That was uncomfortable. I didn't like that. Probably would have been better just to be put totally out and let them pull it. But I didn't like that idea either. I don't like going out. That's just creepy to me. I don't like being put to sleep for colonoscopies, and I mean, I will get put to sleep for that, but I don't like the experience at all. It's creepy. It's just, mm. I always feel like I'm not going to make it. It's like I like to be conscious in life. I don't want to have my consciousness taken away. I never, excuse me, I never did drugs like in my younger years. So I'm not used to having my brain altered like that. That makes me feel uneasy, like out of control, which it does put you out of control to a large measure. So I don't like anything that does that to me. Oh, oh gosh. Dry sockets, I know about that. Um, you are speaking to somebody that was trained in dental assisting. I went to a place called Harkness Center, which was a BOCES program. Um, I'm from Buffalo, New York originally. And my dental instructors, she was the wife of a dental team, a dental couple, I should say. And she was a really nice lady and a really good teacher. Mrs. Ostrander, I think was her name or something like that. Or no, Ortman. Yeah, Dr. Ortman. I think her name was Nancy or something. Anyway, she was married to like a top of the line dentist. So I got trained by the best of the best, I think. Anyway, so I know a lot about dental assisting and dental work and how the teeth work and all that stuff. I actually went to University of Buffalo to do my externship back then. So although I didn't have an externship in psychology with college, I did get an externship in high school when I graduated with my dental assisting degree. So I do know a lot about dentistry and dental assisting and stuff. Although I actually never have assisted during any type of nitrous oxide procedure. That's that gas they give you. So I didn't really know what to expect. And like I said, the first time they did it, I was giddy. I was crazy giddy. I was like, they had a TV up above my head, and I was watching a talk show. I remember that. And whatever was going on in that talk show, I was finding extremely hysterical. Just the person talking to the talk show host, and I was laughing hysterically. Hey, Evelyn. Hi. Welcome in. I'm glad you're up. I didn't know who would be up at this hour, honestly, because I'm not usually up at this hour. But honestly, since I stopped eating all that meat and a lot of the dairy and stuff, I have a lot of energy. Oh, you work nights. That's right. Okay. Gotcha. How are things going, Evelyn? You're working still at night. Yeah. I know. I remember you were miserable when you first started your job and you were going to get out of it, but I guess you stuck it out. So good for you, I guess. I mean, if you're happy. I am blessed. I just started eating whole food plant based a couple weeks ago. I'm on like the second week and I'm doing really great and I feel really good. Oh, Stargazer's mom, I started eating something called whole food plant based. which basically means I stopped eating animal products for the most part. Um, I still have a little bit of avocado butter here and there. Sometimes I like bread and butter, but I don't do that every day, just once in a while. But I just basically eat tons of vegetables, fruit, salad, um, legumes like so kidney beans, lentils. I love beans anyway, so it's my kind of thing. Oh, okay. It's it's old and it's hard for you to do radically change your job, your schedule. Gotcha. You love beans and rice. Yes, beans and rice is one of my favorites too. Oh, that's okay, Evelyn. No worries. No worries. Um, so like I'll take whatever my first I always have like a bed of lettuce or excuse me, raw spinach, and I'll put my quinoa on there or whatever grain. Sometimes I use barley. I'm not a big fan of barley, I don't think, unless like it was barley with maybe some kind of a sauce on it, maybe a vegan cheese sauce or something might be good on barley. But I definitely like rice, brown rice especially, and quinoa. And I haven't had millet yet. I haven't had farro yet. I want to try those two grains if I can ever find them. I like the, what is it called? It's not garbanzo bean rice, lentil rice. I don't know. It's like colored rice, but it's made from vegetables. They have like a vegetable based rice. I like to have that, but it comes out like actual rice. That's the weird thing. Because I think there's a little bit of flour in it, like maybe almond flour or garbanzo bean flour or something. Maybe cauliflower. Yeah, cauliflower rice too. Oh, we do too. Matthew adores it. My husband loves cauliflower rice.
He does. He told me the
He
other day.
would probably have it every day if he could. What'd you say, honey?
I said I could probably live on it.
Yeah, it's delicious. Cauliflower rice, and then put your veggies with that. Um, your beans. I try to have beans, once a day, twice a day. I only eat 2 meals actually, maybe 2.5 meals, I would say. And I like to take like grapes and roll them in some jello powder once in a while. I don't do it every day. I don't really do anything every day other than the grains, the beans, the vegetables, and the salad, the lettuce, the leafy stuff. But I feel fantastic. Literally. Within a week, I noticed the difference. Literally. I was just like, whoa, what the heck? Yeah, the grape idea is wonderful. You can do sugar-free jello. It's not the healthiest thing, but if you like snacks, and I do like snacks, and I'm not giving up snacks. I'm just finding healthier snacks. Um, you put it in the zippy bag, a Ziploc bag, whatever. I use the ones that you can reuse, and then I just shake it up with a little bit of the jello powder, the grapes, put them in the freezer, frozen grapes rolled in that stuff. Oh my gosh, it's like candy. I like to spoil myself sometimes. And then another thing I did like today, there's different ways of doing it, but you take peanut butter and you take chocolate chips. You can do like Lily's chocolate chips that have no sugar in them. And or are they low sugar? No, I think they're no sugar added or something. Take the chips and the peanut butter, melt it in the microwave. I stir it up and then I put it in my little silicone molds and make peanut butter cups, homemade ones. You don't need to go to the store and buy that junk that they sell with all the chemicals and stuff. No, make your own. Then you know exactly what goes into it. Yeah, I'm not low carb anymore. I'm high carb, but high carb through vegetables and grains. I tried the whole low carb thing and I ended up with fatty liver disease. which thankfully went away after I stopped doing low carb, high protein. Yeah, no more keto for me. No more paleo, none of that. Anyway, you said you need to give up the dairy. I like almond milk. Some people like rice milk, soy milk, whatever kind of other alternative you like. Just get it really cold and just start with one dairy thing at a time and kind of wean it out, weed it out. Because honestly, cow's milk is for a baby cow. It's not formulated right for a human. The proteins in cow's milk are not healthy. And people can argue with me till the cows come home, pun intended. And I will still tell you it's not healthy. It's very mucus producing. It causes a lot of germs, a lot of disease, because that mucus harbors germs and improper bacteria. Oh yeah, you can also, if you eat coconut oil, which I do not anymore, you can add coconut oil to the peanut butter cups. You don't need it though, honestly. Oh, okay. So you did it when you were younger, the low carb. I gotcha. Yeah, and the interesting thing is, I meant to say this on my video earlier, and maybe I did. I'm not really sure. When I was on keto, and you go into ketosis, where basically your body starts burning fat instead of carbs for fuel, you feel really energetic, but you also get constipated. At least I did. Because you eat tons of cheese, tons of fat, lots of dairy, and it's too much protein and it binds you. It bound me. And it's very uncomfortable and painful. And you sit there and you struggle to use the restroom and you're going, this is for my weight loss, though. I'm losing weight while you're dying there in the bathroom. And it was not worth it. The hemorrhoids I got and stuff, with this way of eating, there is no hemorrhoids, there is no struggle. Um, yeah, the fiber is what fills you. Oh, it was downright painful. My daughter went through such pain with that constipation from the keto diet. She lost tons of weight, 70 pounds in 7 months, and then gained all of it back and then some when she started eating, back to the other way she was eating. And with keto, I don't know exactly why it works this way, but if you go off of it, it's terrible because you literally just put the pounds back on super quick. And then you just start binging like crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to eat all this stuff I couldn't eat before. See, with this, what I'm doing now, there isn't anything you can't eat. But honestly, when you fill up on fiber, you don't really want to eat a whole lot of stuff. Yep, so did Carol. She gained all of it back and then some. Now Carol is on Ribelsis and she's actually losing weight. Um, she's also working out. And I've stepped up my fitness plan, my workouts and stuff too. I'm actually doing a 30-day veggie challenge right now through an app on my phone. And it's pretty fun because they have like a little pathway and it grows a flower or two every day. You click on the flower, I guess, and it gives you what your plan is for the day to, you know, I don't know exactly how it works. I just started it tonight, but it looks really cute. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I get it, Evelyn. I understand that because I just talked to somebody today that is absolutely exhausted. They're working like tons of hours a day. They come home at night after work and they just want to drop. They don't want to work out after working. That's normal. You're stressing your body out to the point where you're just exhausted. It's not even normal to think you could work out. Is Bobo in here somewhere, honey?
He should be at the bottom, Will.
Oh, he's at the bottom of the bed. Okay.
Yeah, he's in the spot.
Okay. You work 3 shifts at 12 hours? Oh my gosh. I couldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But I understand you got to make money to survive. And if you have high house payments or apartment payments, your husband works 14 hour days. He has no time to work out. Well, that's good. You love your job, but I like balance. And I know I have a different circumstance than everybody has. I can afford to do what I do. And, but I am going to try to, as soon as I can get a laptop, like a real laptop, I want to start doing some side hours from home, some side gigs, as they call it. That way I can have a little bit of money to work with to pay bills and not struggle quite so hard because I don't work many hours right now. And I really enjoy working from home. I'm very self motivated, very independent. I was watching this video about blood types tonight, and my blood type is A positive. Yes, I do need a laptop. I'm on a laptop right now, but it's a Chromebook. The laptop I need is an actual laptop because a lot of these jobs on Rat Race Rebellion, which is where I get my home jobs from, they will not accept Chromebooks.
You need a laptop with Windows.
What, honey?
You need a laptop with Windows.
Yeah, laptop with Windows. Is this not Windows?
No, it's Chrome.
Oh, it's different then. I almost thought this was a Mac.
Chromebook.
Chromebook, yeah. You're avoidant of your personal life. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I'm not going to scold you, Evelyn. You can do a good enough job, and I'm sure you have, of that yourself. We are our own worst critics sometimes. You know what you need to do, and only you can do it. I'm just going to tell you what you would tell anybody. You just got to decide at some point if the cost that you're suffering is worth continuing to suffer. And when it becomes less worth it, you'll change. Yeah, that's all you could do. That's good. I believe you. It's the same for anybody. When we find out that our life is out of balance, we have to make some changes, but we've got to be ready to do that or we're not going to do it. Heart to you too. Love to you too. I'm a lot different of a person than I was when I first got on here and started doing live streaming. Number one, I don't tangle with toxic people. I won't get caught up in those relationships anymore. And it's been very refreshing. I started uploading a lot of other videos, like my older videos on here. And I realized as I was doing it, maybe I talked about this person or that person in the past because I was going through drama or whatever with them. If anything happens that they come to me and say, hey, you mentioned me, or they make videos that are nasty, I'll just take my videos down. I'm not going to get into an argument with them anymore. I'm not going to expend my energy that direction. You think of Matthew every time you hear a song by Pink. Which song? He loves Pink. She's like one of his favorite singers, secular singers. In fact, one of her songs was at our wedding. Just Give Me a Reason. I'm trying to think how it goes. Oh, Learn to Love Again, I guess. Yeah. She sings a lot of cool songs. Some of her other songs, though, I don't like very much. They're kind of demonic sounding and looking. Oh, every time you hear a song by Pink, you think of Matthew. Interesting. Well, now Pink's daughter's following in her footsteps. She's doing all the aerial work with her and singing, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not surprised. I figured she would. Oh, I was talking about blood type tests. just a little while ago. I found out because I'm an A positive blood type. I'm a go getter. I'm somebody that sets goals and goes after them. Yeah, if you go on, go Google Pink and her daughter, you'll actually watch them do a aerial stunt together. It's kind of cool how she does it. I noticed that in one part of it, like when Pink wasn't up on the silks with her daughter, and her daughter was alone spinning on the silk, they didn't lift her up as high. Like Pink goes way, way up high when she does silks. This young girl was just, you know, a few feet off the ground. I don't know how many feet it would have been. It wasn't very high. So if she did fall, which I'm sure she wouldn't because she's very well trained, she's not going to fall that far, and Pink could probably catch her. Yeah, I would love to do silks. That's like, what do you call it, a bucket list thing for me. Absolutely would love to learn how to do that, but I don't know of any gyms around here that do that. I'm sure there probably is one somewhere. There's all kinds of fun things you can do in gyms now, but I'm not a person that has a gym membership, so. Did Matthew ever listen to NF? I recommended he listens to NF probably a year ago. Who is NF? I don't know who that is. You have to tell me who it is, and I'll ask him if he's listened to it. One thing I did find out, I cannot wear cowboy boots for very long. I get shin pains and like Charlie horses in the front of my shins so bad that it doubles me over almost in tears. Oh, he's a Christian rapper. Is that who you heard today, honey?
No,
NF?
no.
Oh, okay. Matthew wanted me to actually listen to somebody,
Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald or something.
I don't think he's a Christian.
Well, look up NF. She wants you to listen to him too, whenever. That's cool, Evelyn. He said he'll listen, he'll look it up tomorrow or something. He's busy doing something on his computer right now.
I'm playing Pokemon.
Oh, you're playing Pokemon? Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out too. I like rap actually, as long as it's not, really bad lyrics. I like hip hop too. I'm a little bit more open minded, I think, about music too, as long as the lyrics aren't filthy. And I'll check them out, Evelyn, for sure. Sounds really good. Wonder what the NF stands for, though. Oh, man. I made a new menu list, by the way. I'll try to remember what I put on it. Because, I had that one hanging up where I ate fish on Fridays and pizza and tacos and all. Okay, so Sundays, pasta still. I can have pasta. I just cover it in vegetables. And one thing I discovered, if you have never tasted tomato paste, oh my gosh. That stuff is yummy. Very yummy. It's like sweet. I don't know if there's sugar in it or what there's in it, but I can put that on like almost anything. It's absolutely delicious. So I have fallen in love with tomato paste. Those little cans. I had no idea those were so good. There is sugar in it. No wonder. Anyway, they have found out that sugar is not the main culprit in diabetes either. All this time, I kept telling Matthew, you need to lower your sugar. You need to stop eating so much sugar. What happens is you eat whatever food, and then the sugar produces the insulin. And the insulin in a non-diabetic person will go into your cells and do whatever it does there. With a diabetic person, this is what they found out scientifically. When you eat whatever you eat and you eat a bunch of fat, the fat blocks the cells. It plugs up the cell. So the sugar and whatever insulin cannot get into the cells. I can't talk. I can't get into the cells. And that's why this whole food plant-based plan tells you to lower your fat. Yes, lower your sugar too, but the fat is the real culprit that's blocking everything from getting in where it needs to go. So there's two guys, Cyrus and Robbie are the names of the guys. They have a YouTube channel called Managing Diabetes. And they are type 1 diabetics. They were not able to totally reverse their diabetes. They still have diabetes, but they were able to get off tons of their insulin and their medicines and reduce everything way down. Now there are people with type 2 diabetes and it can be reversed, and people do reverse it. But that's not what the doctors are telling people. And I know that firsthand because my ex-husband, Sal, had diabetes. My husband now has diabetes type 2. And all we heard every time we went in was, you have to take this metformin. You have to take this medicine. You have to get on insulin. This is irreversible. You're going to have to take these things the rest of your life. Oh, no problem, Evelyn. Thank you, Stargazer's mom. Thanks for coming in. How'd you find out about me? Did it just like pop up on your Reddit, or did you Google who's on tonight and you got me? I love to hear that. I love to know how people find me. I'm not the most popular person on deck here in this section. So it's cool when people do find me. Anyway, so we're reducing our fat at this point. That's what we're working on. That's why all the vegetables, the fruits, the grains. Anyway, and of course, meat is high in fat. And the thing is, people don't realize chicken is the highest in fat. Chicken and fish, I think, are the highest in fat. People think, oh, I'm eating the other white meat, the chicken. Chicken's not any better for you. Animals have fat, just like human bodies have fat in them. And we're not meant to eat that fat. There's absolutely nothing in our biography or biology or whatever that requires us to eat the fat of a living animal or an animal that was alive. So eat it at your risk, I guess, basically. You sure you don't want me to leave?
No, I'm just getting something.
Oh, okay. I mean, statistics are heart disease, cancer, other diseases, etc. There is a tie-in correlation with animal eating. So, oh, okay. Well, that's awesome. Stargazer's mom, I'm the one that always talked about narcissistic personality disorder. If that rings a bell for you, Annie. That's how this whole channel got started. Oh, you brought me my thing. Thank you. My husband brought me the chart so I can show it to you. So let me show you what it used to be. If you can see this. This was the old chart. Sunday was pasta sauce with chili. Monday was grilled cheese. Tuesday was Taco Tuesday. Wednesday was pizza. Thursday used to be meatballs. Friday was fish, and Saturday was soup and sandwiches. That's the old list, the old chart. Here's my new one. Sunday is pasta, gluten-free or vegetable-based. tomato paste, garlic bread, salad, veggies, legumes with flax. I have a flax chia hemp mix called Trilogy that I will put on that. Tea to drink, or what I call Noda, which is soda. And I'll tell you about that recipe in a minute. I haven't tried it yet, but it's in the works. And then nice cream, which is like ice cream made from frozen bananas and fruit. Aw, thank you, Stargazer's mom. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Yes, that might be how you found me. Excuse me, from the narcissistic personality disorder. Okay. Monday is peanut butter sandwiches. Now this is my lunch, but we technically only eat one big meal a day, and that's at lunchtime. Fat-free peanut butter, sugar-free jelly, flax, soup, and the flax is that trilogy stuff I told you about with the flax, chia, hemp, vegetable soup, peppers, and sweet. Peppers and sweet is how I put it. What I meant was I take peppers with stevia. I slice up the peppers, sprinkle them with the stevia, and we just crunch on those. They're so good. It's more like a dessert than actually a vegetable. Um, and then almond milk to drink for that day. Then Tuesday will be Taco Tuesday still. So we had tacos today. What I do is I batch cook in the beginning of the week, usually on a Sunday. I'll make up my rice, my quinoa, all of the grains, and then I'll put them in bowls in the fridge, and I'll just eat off of those all week long, make meals out of them, etc. I never thought I would batch cook ever. I hated food prepping, but it makes it so much easier. It's just one day you just do all the grains. And if you're lazy, like I am occasionally, you can get grains already made up and you just pop them in the microwave and you got your rice or your quinoa or whatever. They now sell prepackaged grains of different kinds. So there you go. So yeah. Um and then Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. We had those today. I was about to tell you. I take corn tortilla shells, like the Ortega ones or whatever, the taco kits you get. You can buy them separate too. And they're already molded and made up. And I put them in the air fryer. I have these silicone donut molds. And it was like a big, long, rectangular one, but I sliced it in half so that there's like 4 donut molds on each. And it fits very neatly right into my air fryer drawer. And I'll take the little taco shells, and set them right on that donut holder thing, the silicone one. And I'll pop them in there for like maybe a minute, maybe a minute and a half. Get them nice and soft, kind of crunchy-ish. And then I have this lady named Grandma Ducky, who we're not friends anymore, unfortunately. She gave me these little taco holders. They're like this. Looks like an M kind of. And I'll put the shells right in there. And I put the filling right in there. Now, what I did for the filling was I took quinoa, rice, kidney beans, um, and mixed vegetables of some kind. I can't remember what I did exactly. And I think there was cauliflower rice. And I'll mix that all up. And if I have like veggie crumbles, sometimes I like to get those. Morningstar Farms has them, and there's like grillers or whatever. They're just fake meat, basically, fake ground beef. Occasionally, if I have that, I'll put that in there. I didn't have any tonight, so we literally just had that mixture I told you. Pop it in those shells, and then I chopped up some lettuce and some little cherry tomatoes, put those on top of it, and I put my Thai red chili sauce on the top of it. Matthew didn't want any on his. I put that on mine. Oh my gosh, those were so good. I had 3 of those. Those were delicious. And I was still hungry after that, so I took a flat out wrap, which also is not the healthiest for you, but it's still okay once in a while. I warmed that up in the microwave and put the rest of the filling in that and rolled it up, and bam. So yes, we can still do tacos. So tacos, I have corn shells, beans, corn, crumbles, rice, taco sauce, salsa, greens, and onions, and then applesauce for dessert with the tacos. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, I have potatoes. Oh, yeah, that's another starchy thing you can eat on the whole food plant based. Potatoes or sweet potatoes, spinach, and on top of the potatoes, mixed vegetables, broccoli, mushroom gravy, and more Noda. Oh, I didn't tell you about the soda, the Noda yet. I will in a minute. And then Thursday is chili. I didn't put, no, I didn't. I didn't put a dessert on Wednesday. I wonder why. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll do kind of a miscellaneous, whatever we decide to have. So chili is three kinds of beans. Could be lentils, kidney beans. I love butter beans. If you've never had butter bean chili, make yourself some. So we'll say butter beans, kidney beans, lentils. That'll be our three bean chili. And then tomato paste, whatever you like for your chili. You could do tomato sauce, whatever, mix it with the tomato paste. Crumbles, any kind of grain, quinoa, whatever, rice, lots of colored vegetables, and then fruit salad for dessert. And you can always have tea for a drink, or you can have almond milk, or you can have water. I love the LaCroix water. It's so good. Um, it has no taste to it whatsoever, really. Just a kind of a hint. But you can mix that with a little bit of juice, and you got yourself some pop. If it's still not sweet enough, put some stevia drops in it. You'll be fine. Friday is pizza day, tortilla pizzas. So, whatever kind of tortilla you want to use, tortilla, tomato paste, mushrooms, onions, peppers, and then you can make a vegan cheese sauce out of cashews and I think sweet potatoes and regular potatoes. I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. I still got to get the recipe for it. I love watching Plantiful Kiki. She's like got a channel on YouTube. She's got Instagram and all bunch of other things. She has a wonderful cheese sauce. So I'll probably make her cheese sauce, put it in jars, keep it in the fridge. I made a cheese sauce one day out of sweet potatoes and I can't remember what else, probably regular potatoes. Matthew loved it. And Matthew's fussy about food. Not terribly fussy, but he likes certain things and certain things he doesn't. He loved this cheese sauce. I think he's going to love the cashew one even better. I know I am because I love cashews. So then you put the cheese sauce on top of that pizza and we'll have a smoothie with it. Delicious. Then Saturday we got our bean burgers. Black beans, you save half of them aside for later, but then the other part, I have a cup of them actually. The rest of them you put in a bowl, mix them up, mash them. You can put them in a food processor. I have a little mini food processor. I'm hoping to get a bigger one. Mince some garlic, onions, throw some oats in there, some walnuts, spices. Then you throw in some soy sauce, maple syrup, tomatoes, onions on top of it on your black bean burgers. And there you go. Cook them in your air fryer. I don't know how long. I haven't done them in an air fryer in a while, but I think I did it like for a few minutes, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. And then flip them over and throw them in again. Some people fry them. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm not using oil either. So pretty much low to no fat. So no coconut oil, no avocado oil, no olive oil, nothing like that. Because oil, again, is a fat that clogs up the cell so that the nutrients and whatever can't get into the cell. So I'm not doing that. And then pineapples for dessert. I thought with a black bean burger, pineapples would be perfect for that. Okay, so let's talk about the Noda, the soda that's not. Here is what they say to do. And I have not done this yet. I will let you know when I do it how it tastes. Really looking forward to trying this. You take balsamic vinegar and whatever fizzy water you have, in my case, probably LaCroix, if I get that. Probably use Zevia if you want, but even Zevia, some people say, is kind of crossing the line a little bit. There's other stuff that's wrong with Zevia. I don't remember what it is, but I heard something about it. Anyway, so your fizzy water, your balsamic vinegar, and I think it's maple syrup to sweeten it, but I'm not sure. I have to get the exact recipe if I was going to tell you it. But it's basically those two things. You mix that up. It is supposed to taste exactly like Coca Cola. And I think it was Plentiful Kiki that did it, and she said it really does taste like a Coke. So I'm going to actually try that. That will be my Noda. And if I don't do the Noda, I will probably use just the straight LaCroix with a little bit of juice for my drink. And then, of course, tea. I like herbal teas. Hibiscus teas are delicious. They're really good. Chamomile tea for at night and stuff like that. Anyway, so that is what the plan is. That's my new chart. I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't started it yet. Um, I've just been kind of learning how to do this whole food plant based thing. It was very daunting at first. I was like, wow, I'm so used to eating meat. I'm so used to making meals based around meat. Like, okay, chicken, I can do everything with chicken. I can throw it in macaroni and have a chicken macaroni salad or chicken fettuccine alfredo or chicken legs or chicken wings or chicken breast or, and then fish. Oh my gosh, I can do a fish fry. I will tell you this. When the fish sandwich comes back to, what was it?
Arby's.
Arby's. I will be getting a fish sandwich. It's a big, huge, fat fish sandwich. I will allow myself to have fish. Hopefully, I don't get sick on it. Because another thing that I always forget about this, when you change your whole way of eating, which I am, you change your whole gut biome. So, literally, I am training my little bacteria in my gut to recognize plants as food. When I try to eat meat, I generally get pretty sick on it. So I might only be able to take a couple bites of the fish and say, okay, I'm good. I don't know. Um, we'll see. But yes, that is like my one thing I will allow myself is that fish patty thing that they have. It's big, it's like thick like this. And they only get it seasonally. So I don't know when they'll get it back. It's not the healthiest thing for me. I know that, but I do love fish. And I have given up fish for the most part. I mean, I haven't had fish in a while. So, but yeah, that that will be going in my mouth probably when they get it back again. Um, let's see. Pretty much anything that you want to eat, I have learned how to make alternatives, donuts included. You can make donuts out of different kinds of flour. You can make donuts out of um, fat-free cake mix. I mean, there's different ways of doing stuff. And I have a donut mold now, a silicone donut mold that I can put right in my air fryer and make them. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I can do. I learned from Plantiful Kiki. She does a carrot cake recipe and it's amazing. I haven't had it yet, but it looks amazing, I should say. And a cinnamon apple cake. They're like little mug cake type things. You can do it. You just do it. You just got to want to do it. I'm not saying everybody has to do it. People are going to do what they do, but it has really been wonderful experience for me. I highly recommend. And if anybody is interested in joining me in this endeavor, just let me know. I'll be happy to start a little group for us or something and we can talk about all things plant-based and get some really good ideas and share notes and recipes and stuff. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, so our room is dwindling down right now. Nobody's talking. So I guess I will call it a night. I need to get up for work tomorrow anyway. So, and I probably should start getting ready to wind down because pretty soon my hubby and I will both be getting some shut eye. And yeah, but I appreciate all of you. Mwah. Thank you for coming in. Be blessed, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Have a great day tomorrow. And I'll talk to you soon. Shalom.